Hello and welcome back. Hadrian here, and today's episode we're going to be working on something pretty exciting. This is something I've been spending a lot of time on, and I've been doing a lot of kind of testing and research for it, and it's something that I'm really excited for because I've been wanting to do it for a while. Today we are going to build a chicken cooker. Now I know Monkeyfarm has done one where it hatches the eggs and the chickens grow up and then it pushes them through a water stream over fire. And I know that since patch 1.2 that's been kind of broken because the chickens will fight the water stream and just die. So I've been working on a couple of different ideas, trying to find something that works really well. And I think I found something. Now originally I wanted to do kind of a combination cooker for all the animals, but since they're all different sizes, it doesn't really work out for all of them. So I'm just going to do a chicken one separately, which shouldn't be too bad because we have to hatch them at the same time. So starting off, this is my test world for this, which I was doing all my experiments in. And this is basically a repeating signal for a redstone signal with a dispenser attached to it. This is going to be the base. We're going to use this to hatch the chickens after we collect the eggs. You just deposit them in here, put them in the dispenser, and this causes the dispenser to shoot continuously. So otherwise, if we just hook up a lever to it, all it's going to do is shoot once. This configuration allows it to repeat with a single on source. We basically just have the signal going in here. It goes into this block and lights up this torch on the side, which hits the redstone repeater, and it basically goes in a loop here. And we have our input source and our output source, which is going into the repeater. And basically you can see with the redstone lamps on top, while this source is constantly on, this is switching on and off repeatedly. So this allows us to shoot the eggs out. And right here I just put some random stuff in to show you how it goes on and off. And then all I have to do is switch. While this is off, this remains on, but it's inverted, so it keeps a constant signal basically. So this isn't going to be turned on and off, it's just constant. So over here we have two designs, actually there's three designs that I was working on, and none of them seem to be working. Here I have basically just fire, and if I go up here, oops, I was thinking that the hatched chickens could basically come in here, flow down here, they would rest up in here, and then we could release them. Now obviously the problem is that most of them just end up staying in the fire, they can't really escape. So they end up just dying in there, and what we need is for them to catch on fire, but for them to die outside of the fire, so that they release, or so that they drop cooked chicken when they die. If they die inside the fire, the drops will just be destroyed. And I have an item collector there, so we got one out of that. Let's see, should be a few more chickens. Yeah, basically they can't escape, so everything ends up getting destroyed. In the second one, this is the second design I had here. I was thinking maybe I could have them kind of fall off. I need to build this up, I think. Yeah, but basically even with more room for them to kind of fall off, you can see most of them are still dying in the fire. So it kind of works, but still not the most efficient. And the third thing I tried out was a lava blade. Now, it doesn't work that well. The chickens are, one, too short. You can see they're only a block high. So if I push them, you know, they only go under the lava. And the other thing is, even if they did go through the lava, if the lava was down a block, they're too weak, so they end up just dying too quickly. Even if I got them to kind of drop into it. Yeah, the lava kills them way too quickly, so this will hopefully work with maybe pigs. I think it definitely should work with cows. We'll have to work on design, but it doesn't work at all with chickens. So finally I came to this design, which basically involves a fire pit. There's a piston here and a piston there, and what happens is it pulls down and releases or creates an opening through which the chickens can escape, but they have to escape over the fire. So what will happen is that they will end up running through, catching on fire, but not sitting in the pit. So they end up dropping. So you see, we have our chickens here. Now if we step on this, it opens up both sticky pistons like that. Chickens will notice, they'll use their pathfinding and realize that it's an escape, and they'll try and escape through. And as they do that, they will go into here, and they will die, dropping cooked chicken. You just have to wait for, and eventually all of them will go through. And when you're done, you can just close it so that the chickens won't go through and get killed in the fire. And then here you can see we have all the deposited cooked chicken. So all we have to do is release some water, and it pushes all the chicken into the collection stream, so it can be picked up. So what this design basically uses is a door. It's only one high, so the chickens don't have too much room to run around in. And the door here creates an extra opening for them to try and escape through, but they obviously can't because it's the door. I tried it without the door, with just blocks here, and it does work, although it doesn't work as quickly. With the door, without the door or anything there, you can see the chickens will just bolt through, so it works definitely the fastest without anything, but we want them to stay in the collection area so that we can pick up all the cooked chickens. You can see they're just bolting right out through there because they see it as an escape area. So they'll die outside. And with the whole area covered up, they go through it, but a lot less quickly. So what we have to do is just put the door like this so that items don't get caught in this area. And then just make sure this is only one high. And it's basically as easy as that. Chickens should still go through. It works better when there's more in there, but they will eventually go through as soon as they see it as an opportunity to kind of escape from this room. So basically the two rooms are the baby chicken maturing chamber, which will connect our dispenser with the eggs in it here, so it can dispense the eggs. We can give it some time for the chickens to hatch, or for the chickens to grow up, so that they'll actually drop cooked chicken meat. And then they just have to, when we're ready, we just let them run through the fire into here, and we can collect all the cooked chicken. And as an added bonus, they also drop feathers. So the second function, but really the most important, is the egg collector. Now we need this so that it can this whole process is a renewable resource. Basically what we need is chickens laying eggs so we can collect them. We can throw the eggs into the dispenser and hatch them, and then we can cook those chickens and then, you know, keep going. This way we don't have to just breed the chickens and then separate them so that we can have some that we still need to breed. This way we can just take the eggs and cook those chickens and then take more eggs and cook those. So basically what we have here is a collection chamber. This is where the eggs will drop into and then go into our water stream here. The maximum size this could be is an 8 by 8, mostly because if it's 8 wide, that makes it the perfect length for the collection stream, and it needs to be 8 long because that is the maximum length that water will go down. So if we have this whole row with water sources, basically it's not an infinite water source because it's moving, but if we put blocks here, it'll create an infinite water source because this is basically a main water source, so that it creates a stream going down, and then it'll deposit the eggs into the collection stream. And then what we need on top of that is the chicken bay. Now all we need to do for this is create a layer down here that will for the water collection. So you see all we need to do is that, and it creates the area where the eggs will drop and carry it to our collection stream. Whoops. And then you just need a row of signposts stacked on top of each other. You start one off on a block like this, and then put the next one on top of it, and the next one on top of that, like so. And you just need that going across the whole area. So you'll do it on these 2 rows as well. And then all you need to do is put water on top of it. Now you see here, the water will not fall through the signposts here because they are semi-transparent, which means that you can move through them, but certain objects or certain things won't go through them. One of them is water. But luckily chicken eggs will drop through, so as the water will stay on here, the chicken eggs can just drop through and sink all the way to the bottom. And that allows us to have a water source up here with the chickens, or for the chickens to swim around in, and then the source on the bottom that has the current pushing so that all the eggs go into our collection stream. And basically chickens will try and stay above water. They shouldn't sink, so they shouldn't be able to sink down and fall through, and they'll just swim around in here and lay their eggs like usual, and then the eggs will fall down into here and you can just collect them. So that's pretty much the basics behind all of this. We're going to have our repeating signal with our dispenser, shooting the eggs out, and then we will have a maturing chamber, and then a cooked chicken deposit area, and water to push that into our collection stream. And then next to it I have a egg collecting area, which is pretty easy to build. And then that should be all we need to make our pretty efficient cooked chicken factory. So now we're going to go into my Let's Play world, and we can work on that.